is very high. People are leaving the bank. I don't ask what is the bank, right? A lot of banks, not all banks. I don't know why, because that was there from the beginning of that bank. If you say every time there is a vacancy in that bank, not any other bank. Why? Because a lot of people are leaving the bank due to some problem. Actually, like one of the private bank, right? A lot of people are leaving. At least 1 month, maybe 30, 40 people are leaving. Right? Turnover is bad. Then you have to rectify that issue. Right? Then the management planning. Clear now? So what is Michael Porter is talking about? You need to understand your primary activities and supportive activities and try to provide facility for that. Okay, clear? Any questions on that? Any question? Understood? Okay, understood? Achala? Ashika? Okay? Ashila, okay? Santalani. I need your feedback, Puta. Mankiwa. Neither. Right. There's some chat question. Do you have the student in the classroom? Hasiniya. Week for PDF. Milani Tavri years. Kalinga Bandara years. Okay, right. Okay, clear now? Understood what is value chain analysis. I have not taught this one last time, right? Because I thought of incorporating mix, but it is here in your syllabus is there. But so far no question asked, but they can ask some question. They may ask value chain. What are the primary activities and what are the supportive activities to list down at least, right? Okay, I think now you understood. I have not covered this one last time. Okay, now we move into research, right? Another area I want to little explain to you what is research, right? Okay, now let me explain now marketing research and market research or research, a role of marketing research in financial product marketing. What is research? Right? Now it is very important. Now, can you remember marketing? We talk about identify what the customers wants. So one way you can identify what the customers want is to carry out what? Marketing research. What do you want? They ask. Right? So it's one of the main functions of marketing manager to find it out what is happening in the market, what is happening in the financial market. Right? You may analyze from your existing past data to predict the future. And what is why certain areas your bank is not performing well? Why your certain products are not performing well? Why your certain branches are not performing well? Right? You need what? To find it out. Why is that? For that, you need information. Information must be quality information. We call them as current information. What do you mean by current information? It's abbreviation, right? AV. But see, look at C, cost effective. C, current. U, usable. R, relevant. R again, reliable. CURENT. Right? Consistent. And what is other T? Is time. So this information must have quality information. So based on the quality information about your products, about your competitor, about your market, about your customers, you take quality decisions. For that, we need what? Research. So one of the main functions of the marketing is marketing research and market research. Now, certain banks, you have a separate research department. right? It is important. Now, let me now explain. Now, what is market research and what is marketing research? Now, you as a bank marketer, a general person, quite oftenly synonymously using these two words, what? Market research and marketing research are same or different. Remember, you as a marketing person who learned from me, especially, you learn from marketing from me, you need to know what is market research and what is marketing research. Very simple. I'll tell you how to remember. There are two technical differences. But සාමාන්‍ය මිනිහෙක් ගෙවුවොත් what is market research කියව ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ මේ දෙකම එකයි කියලා. But you as a marketer, you can't say no, there are two differences. Now let me explain now what is market research. Right? Now is a research, you know, when you're conducting research, it's systemic design. Systematic design. කිසි ක්‍රමවේදයකට කරන්න ඕනේ දෙයක්. That is called systematic design. කිසි ක්‍රමවේදයකට කළ යුතු දෙයක්. Design on what? Collection. එකතු කරන්න. මොනවද එකතු කරන්න? Right? එකතු කරලා මොනවද කරන්න? We analyze. Analyze කරලා මොනවද කරන්න? So we send these informations to the decision makers or respective people who make decisions on that area. So what are the areas they are going to collect information? These are the areas. What? About the market. In your case, it's a financial market. Within the financial market, you can say children's savings market, like that, you know, different market. And also you need to look at it, the customer. What type of customers you are having? Right? Risk lover, we are going to discuss. Risk averse. And who are the competitor in your market? What are the other banks? And also, what are the other environmental factors? What are the environmental factors mean? Pestal factors, political, economic, social, cultural factors. How these factors impact your product and services is called what research? Market research. Clear? Now, what is market research you are trying to do? You are trying to collect information about your market, about your customer, about your competitor, about your marketing environment. Four areas you are going to collect information. But you have to do it in a very systematic manner. That is called market research. Then what is marketing research? Nothing else. Now you learn marketing mix. Marketing research again is a systematic design, collections and reporting. What you are trying to collect information with regard to marketing activities you carried out to support your goods and services. That means about 7 P's. Whether your pricing is correct, whether your distribution is correct, whether your promotion is correct, right? Whether your product is correct, whether you have the right people, whether you have the right processing, whether you have the physical factors. You are going to check all these things under marketing research. I hope now you know what is the difference between market research and marketing research. Market research is collecting information about market, customer, competitor, marketing environmental factors. Marketing research is collecting information about marketing mix elements. Simple as that. Clear? Okay, understood? Harida? Harida? You know what is market research? Now you know what is marketing research. Okay there. Can Imandi
Yes, sir.
okay? Right? Hansani?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Ani.
Yes,
Hansani?
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hani here
Yes,
no
sir.
Hani. Yes, good. Right. I don't know whether you understood or not. Right? That is why I want to have a good knowledge, students, about my subject. Right. Now, because I want to cover today marketing and going for a very interesting area again. Right? Okay. Then we are moving to right this one. So therefore, both marketing and market research is very good uh, uh, activity bank need to carry out. Right? Okay. Then let me. Okay, you have the purposes. Now look at the next one. Type of marketing decision which marketing research can help. Now you know this one. We learn what is market research and marketing research. And the question is asking by me, what are the decisions you are going to take by conducting marketing research? One, okay, think about, right, first one you see here, the size of the market. You can say the size of the market for a particular bank service. But size of the market. You can write down, right? Size of the market. Now say for an example, you are going to look at it SME product. So what is the total SME market in Sri Lanka? What is the value? What is the commercial paper market in Sri Lanka? We are going to discuss all this. Right? That's the total value. Right? Market size. Through market research also we are going to do. And we are going to look at it, the second point, customers' needs and buying motives. We are going to find it out what customer wants. What are their motives? Motives mean what sort of behavior is going to take. What are the factors they are going to look at it? Right. Second. Third, what is the trends in the market? What are the trends in the market? Now, we say trends in the market. That means these days, these are the product is market. Right? Okay. Now, some people are saying these are the housing loan market, phoning market is growing likewise. Right? The trends in the market. What market what are the medas. Then, next one you call effective in advertising. Now, you carried out a nice advertising commercial. But you need to find it out whether it is effective or not. Whether it's reached the customer or not. So you are going to do a research to find it out what is the effectiveness of your advertising. And also you need to find it out customer satisfaction level. Now when you go to, I will tell you an example, right? Cheap research done by you, mostly the, without not knowing to you, I will tell you a quick example. This John Keats supermarket, right? This was done one time, right? Now these girls at the cashier in the counter, he had 3 coins. Red dekai, kolapatekai, red dekai, kolapatekai, yellow ekai, right? Then I bought, samahara account right? A county the girl or the cash badu ganda sir satisfy this service. ඔයා ඉතින් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ ඕන මගුලක් කියනවනේ බැංකුව කරක් කියන්න බෑ මොකද ආපහු එන්න එපා දැන් මෙතන ඉඳලා no problem no superb එයා මොකද කරන්නේ දන්නවද එයා ගාව තියෙනවා අර මං කිව්ව අර කොළ පාට කෑලි ටික ටෝකන්ස් වගේ යට තියෙනවා බොක්ස් තුනක් right බලන්න කොච්චර අපි දැන් නේතුව රිසර්ච් කරන හැටි ඒ ළමයා මොකද කරන්නේ කොළ පාට කරා අර බොක්ස් එකට දානවා right තව කෙනෙක් කියනවා වරදක් නැහැ එයා මොනවද කරන්නේ කහ පාටේ කරා අර බොක්ස් එකට දානවා අයියෝ අන්තිමයි රතු පාටේ කරා දානවා දැන් ඕවගේ කී දෙනෙක් අර කැෂියර් ළමයා ගාවට එනවා ඕවගේ කීයක් තියෙනවද කවුන්ටර්ස් දවසකට කොච්චර කරනවා now end of the day you get a satisfaction serving රතු ඒවා කීයද කොළ ඒවා කීයද so then based on that it is such a simple low cost research but otherwise you know the cost research is very costly now you can do it your own now I know some banks especially Sampath Bank when you go to Dharmapala Mawata there is a column also no අර තීන් ඇදලා ඔබන්න තමයි කස්ටමර්ට ඔබන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඔක වෙලා තියෙන අර පොඩි උරුත් ගිහලා ඔබනවා. Right? That's the problem. So you have to fill it your own. Right? Because these are the important things. Satisfaction, customer satisfaction level. Now I'll tell you another example. Don't laugh at me. ඔගොල්ලෝ දන්නව නේද? ඉස්සර රජ කතා කරනකොට රජතුමා වෙස් වලාගෙන යනවනේ. රජතුමා වෙස් වලාගෙන ගිහිල්ලා බලනවා මගේ වැසියෝ සතුටින් ඉන්නවද කියලා. right? රජතුමාත් අර වෙස් වලාගෙන අහලා තියනවා නේද රජ කතා. ඕවා බලනවා දැන් ඕවා අහලා තියනවා. ගියාම මොකද කරන්නේ? ඉතින් සමහර රජතුමාට බයිනවා. ඕක හොමමයි නැද්ද? so then රජතුමා get an idea first hand information. අපි ඒකට කියනවා මොන shopping කියලාද? mystery shopping. Sometimes in your branch, there are customers are coming as a real customer, but they are not real customers. Those are dummy research company. Some people come to you and ask certain figures, some service, and he may report. You think he's a customer, but he's not a real customer. He's a dummy customer. Right? So banks are doing things like that. There are some dummies are coming. They are not real customers. Okay, so those are banks are using. Remember those things, right? Then satisfactory level. Then you can say feasibility about branch opening. Research you can do, right? Feasibility about branch opening, about the new product launch. So many activities you can make use of, find out customer needs and more to market research. Clear? Now you see what are the decisions bank can take based on those research findings. So very important. Right. Now, very simply, I'm also going to touch with you research process. Research process. As I told you, these are not covered last time, right? I want to incorporate to you. Marketing research process. Suppose you are given a task to conduct a research. You are given a task to conduct a marketing research. Right now, say you learn banking, marketing, customer relation, clients management. They definitely, if they at the interview they ask, what do you know about the research? Then you know what to tell. Right? Then you can say how to conduct the research. Then these are, I will briefly explain. There are four process. What are the four process? Define the problem and research objective. 2, develop the research plan and collect information and implement the research plan and interpret report findings. Simple. Out of these 4, more lengthy one is number 2. So first one will take define the problem and research objective. So that is what is the problem? What are you going to do research? What purpose? To take a decision? What decision? Whether you are not satisfied with your advertising campaign, your services of the branch level is poor. So that is your problem. First, you need to understand your research problem. අපි හිතමු විභාගේ fail වෙනවා. නැත්නම් අපි හිතමු මට මේවා මේ this is on online, no? So therefore I can't give you an other naughty examples. I have to be mindful my language, no? But think about something. You are not passing the exam. That is your problem. Then you need to develop the research plan for collecting information. So this is the lengthy stage. What am I going to do here? Okay, first one. Now, research means collecting information. Now, from whom you are going to ask? From whom you are going to ask? What is your target group? How are you going to select those respondents? There are sampling techniques, cluster, strata method, random method, like that. But don't worry much on that, right? How you select the sample? Now, class ekedi ulat api da podi exercise check karamu how to select the random sampling. Class එකේ ළමයි 50ක් ඉන්නවා. What you are telling? දැන් 1 2 3 4 5 කියාගෙන යන්න ඔක්කොම. ඉතින් කියාගෙන යනවා 1 2 3 4 5 6. නැත්නම් කියනවා 1 2 3 1 2 3. Right. ඊට පස්සේ what selection plan? 3 කියපු ළමයි ටික ඔක්කොම එන්න. That is your sample. Right? That is the one method of selecting people. Right? There are many ways of selecting people, but first you need to understand from whom you are going to collect information. What is the method you are using? How many respondents? That's another important thing. That is depend on your target group. Because sampling mean, what is sample? Sample mean representing the total population. If your sample is wrong, your decision is wrong. Why? Because sample is representing your population. So therefore you need to design your sample. How many? With whom? How we are going to ask? Then another issue comes. What type of question you are going to ask from me? How you collect the information? Whether in writing, whether telephone, or rather පාරේ ඉන්නේ street interview. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා තියෙන සමහරවිට සුපර් මාකට් වල එහෙම ඉන්නේ නේද? පාරේ ඉන්නෝ. Right? So methodology of collecting information. What are you going to ask? When are you going to do? How to select the people? What is the methodology you are going to use? All comes under developing the research plan. That is why it's very comprehensive. And also what දැන් අපි shampoo එකක් විකුණනකොට I'll just give you an example. දැන් අපි shampoo එකක් විකුණනකොට අපි කෙනෙක්ගෙන් ගිහිල්ලා ඇහුවොත් ඔයා සුමානකට කීපාරක් නානවද කියලා, you think that person is giving the correct answer? කනට එකක් දෙයි නේද? So you are embarrassing asking question like that. ඔයා නාන කොයි සුමානට කීපාරක් නානවද කියලා. නාන්න නැති එකක් කියන්නේ දවස් 7ම නානවා කියලානේ. So you won't get the correct information. When you ask question also, remember you have to ask some logical questions, and all the questions must be linked to your objective or your problem. Right? Okay, I just give you, it's a lengthy process, Putta, right? But I'll give you a nutshell of what is market research process. Right, now you collect information, you select now you have the problem, you collect the information representing the population, and you collect the nice method of collect the information, and this information, now what are you going to do? Right, now you carry out your plan, only you get all these things. Right, now what are you going to do with this information? So based on this information, you prepare what? You prepare reports. Out of 100 people, they said why they are not satisfied with this branch service. They give reasons, and these are analyzed by use of pie charts, histograms, or whatever, and give it to the management to take a decision. Now, අපි O-level වල මතකද කළා ඔයගොල්ලෝ? ළමයි මෙච්චර පාස් pie chart ඇදලා පෙන්නලා කියනවා කී දෙනෙක් පාස් වෙලාද ඇයි, right? That is report findings. Okay, right. Now I think you understood what is marketing research process. Simply for process, very simply, but I remember right? Now, usually in any market research process, there are 6 important questions. One is sample, selection of sample. Second, method of sample, how to do that. Then question, what type of questions they are going to ask, and cost and the time factor. How long you are going to take this research, right? And the next one is what is the cost? I told you research is costly. Simple question I'll ask before I wind up this. Okay, one more thing. Next one, right? Okay. Then you know there are two types of research, their data available. One is the primary, other one is a secondary. Now, marketing research and things like that are primary research or primary data. Why? That you have conducted research, you are collecting information for that activity, that purpose. But the secondary information, those informations are already available there. If you name in one secondary information, is what? Your own bank statistics, your own bank information. Product wise, branch wise, profit wise, how many years, how many customers, all are secondary data available. Those are we call internal data available with you. But there are some external data also available. What is a good example for external data? That is central bank annual report. A lot of information talk about the banks, market, how market is behaving, how many competitors, all you can get things through secondary data. Right? There are some magazines, some research report done by other people, census and statistics department information, as well as internet, web. Those are secondary internet. Primary data is the research you are doing for that particular purpose. Secondary data is somebody is done and you can make use of to analyze your issue. Right? So these are what you call type of information or type of research, secondary research and primary research. Usually, you must first do with your secondary analysis, secondary research, whether things are available because it's cheap, less costly. If not available, go for primary. But only issue of the secondary data is what? Sometimes these data may be outdated. If you're going to look at it, annual report 2015 is no more relevant to now. So sometimes the secondary data may be outdated. It may be not good for your purpose, right? Okay. Primary data, remember, is always new, not outdated. It's a recurrent thing. Clear? I just give an example about the primary data. Final questions on research, right? Or can anybody tell me final question on research? Right? I'm just going a little fast. What is the difference between census and a research? Can anybody tell me? What is the difference between census, CNCAS, and a research? Any volunteer? Okay, Achara, what you said? Another point said by you, by sir. Customer satisfaction level. Yes, okay. Can anyone tell me? What is that, Puta? What is the last point for the former question? What is that, Puta? That means the why marketing research is important. Okay, I will repeat it. Size of the market, customers' needs and mind motives, trends in the market, effectiveness of the advertising, customer satisfaction level, to finding out the information with regard to opening branches and finding some collections with regard to new product development, right? Finding some information about why you are losing your market share. Okay, right. Anything, right? Like that you think, yeah, right. Okay, what is the difference between census and research? Anybody? Abhishek, not the correct answer. What may be the difference? Right? Remember. So, are we Sri Lanka conducting a census? Census mean we carried out for the entire population. Right? Census mean we carried out for the entire population. Census department හැම ගෑක් collect information. No? What is research? Research is collecting the representative from the population, collecting information from all the people in census. Research means collecting a representative portion or sampling from a sample from the population which represented the population is called research. එතකොට රිසර්ච් එක සාම්පල් එක හරියට තිබ්බේ නැත්නම් අපි ගන්න ඩිසිෂන් එක වැරදි. That is why sample you have to select it in such a matter which is representing the population. Clear now? Right? Census is carried out collecting information from all the population, whereas research is collecting information from the sample. Sample must therefore represent the whole population. Why? Because census take costly and time consuming. Clear now? Okay, Naguzeshwaran. Abhishek is okay? Are you clear now? Abhi is clear? Right, Abhi? Okay, clear. Right. Okay, now you understood what is the research finally. I just give you a brief touch. Research is more than that, Puta, but that knowledge is enough for you to answer. Right? Okay, now we move it again for the final part of this marketing side. Before I move into the next one, let me explain buying decisions. Why you buy certain products than any other customers, any other bank's products? Why you open Sampath account than People's Bank? That is your buying decisions. What are the factors affecting your decisions? Like that, go car එකක් ගන්න යනවා, shirt එකක් ගන්න යනවා, එහෙම නැත්නම් ගයක් හදන්න යනවා. Right? You need to fulfill your need, no? What is the factors you look at it of your decision? There are 3 or 4 main factors. You can say 3 main factors. 1, social and cultural influences. 2nd, personal influences. And 3rd one, psychological influences. සමහර අය අපිට ආස වෙන්නේ psychological. අනේ ලස්සන ළමයා කොණ්ඩේ දිගයි සුදුයි. Psychologically. සමහරු personal influences. අප්පා මාර ඩවුරියක් නේ. මාර බරනේ. Right? Social cultural. අපෝ අපේ පවුලට ගැලපෙන එක්කිනා. So you take the decision sometime in your life, no? Have you done so? Not yet. Right? Okay, let's look at its social cultural influences. What are the factors? Let me explain now. What are the factors comes under social cultural influences? Right? Okay. First one, Say family. Sometimes your husband, your husband, then your father, mother, sister, brother influence your decision, right? So you can't totally avoid. Husband කොක්කක් දාගෙන wife බඩුවක් ගන්නත් බෑ, wife බඩුවක් ගන්න බෑ, husband කොක්ක දාගෙන නේ. So there are some decisions has been influenced by certain family characteristics, right? Sometimes the mother sometimes may be the decision maker, right? Okay, so those are some social cultural issues. Then the personal influences, you may look at your age, you look at it, your family status, you are the elder brother or elder sister, your occupation, your lifestyle, all matters. Then I will want to tell you the story. When we are doing banking, this location was at the this opposite the opposite Bishop House, right? When we did banking, ඉතින් අපි එතන තියෙනවා අර පොඩි තේ කඩයක් තියෙනවා. පොඩි කඩයක්, right? ඒ ඉතින් අපි බ්‍රේක් එකක් හම්බුලාම අපි ඉතින් ওই කඩේට ගිහලා ප්ලේන් ටිකක් ගහනවා. රුපියල් 10ද කොහෙද මට මතක ඉතින් ඒ කාලේ. අර තාප්පි කට්ටේ වාඩිලා ඔක්කොමත් එක්ක ප්ලේන් ටිකක් ගහලා ආපහු එනවා ලෙක්චර් එකේ උරුණා. Right? This is time we at the very early stage of our banking life also. There's no problem. Now, can I go do the same thing again? It's now a little different, right? So buying decisions change with my age, change with my reputation, change with my occupation, and change with my lifestyle. right? ඒකනේ ළමෝ සමහර අය ගිහලා කොකා කෝලා එකක් ගහනවා හොටෙල් එකකට ගිහලා රුපියල් 500යි. මේ නිකන් කඩෙන් ගහන්න බුණා රුපියල් 500ටනේ. Why hiding there? Certain status. So your mind decision, personal influence, psychological influences because of motivation. Some people want to open an account in certain banks to sell that I have an account with this particular bank, right? The perception, beliefs, attitudes, right? People think only I had to go and open a bank account with NSB because I am 100% guaranteed. That is your psychological influences, beliefs and attitudes, right? So we as bank marketers, we need to look at it. Whose customers' buying decision, who will influence. Now, good example, when we discuss, when you're launching a product, especially for children, who are going to influence? Definitely your parents are going to influence. Not only parents, the children also have an impact on that. So we need to look at it, all these things, right? Clear? So therefore, cultural, social, personal, psychological factors impact your buying, right? It is not in your handout, but don't worry, right? Now, can you list and briefly describe 5 demographic dimensions observing consumer behavior? This is very good for bank. Idea. This is in fact one of the past paper question. I can't remember the year. This is one of the past question paper. List and briefly describe 5 demographic dimensions observing consumer behavior. Apply to your bank. Now, what is demographic mean? Demography means study about the population, right? So likewise, demography means study about the population. What are the characteristics of a demography? What are the ingredients which consist of demographic factors or dimension? Banks highly use these demographic factors. Take the first one. One, age. Age, one demographic factor, age. One. Then you have to explain a little bit. Age. Why? Oh, how many bank products we are having based on the age? Children savings accounts, youth account, what else? Senior citizens account. Example. Now, how banks are using these demographic factors because their needs and wants are different. Clear? Right. Second one, what is the next one? Think from your bank. Gender. We have a ladies account. We have a Stree, we have a Araliya, we have a Maraliya, whatever you call it. Apsara. Right? Liyatabara, what? You don't need it. Marali. What is the basics? The gender. Second demographic factor. Second one, your ethnicity. Right? Okay, so your religion sometimes we have a products. Mubara, Mubara, right? You must be learning of these things under what? Under commercial banking, right? Islamic banking. Religion you're using. What is? Your lifestyle. You have a different credit product for your catering to your lifestyle and your family structure. Say for an example, newly married couple with no children. What are you expecting? That's a family structure. Newly married newly married couple with no children. What are your expectations? You build a house, then a house in law. Right? Then a married couple with younger children. Then you may look at it for education law. That is your family structure. Young couple to old couple, imaging your requirements. These are demographic factors. And your income level, your occupation. Based on that, you have a different products. Doctors, loans, nurses, loan, like that. Your profession, you have a different product. Right? Now, these are demographic dimension. It's a person working abroad. You have an international, what you call these, foreign currency account. Personal foreign currency account, business foreign currency account, like that. Clear? Understood? Right. So you need to look at it, all these aspects. Clear? Clear? Before I move into the final slide on this, okay? Right. Shan, okay? Shan? Achala? Right. Okay. Milindi, right? Okay. Thank you. So we move into the last slide on this, right? Marketing. And that also I've tried to briefly explain to you the role played by you as a marketer. Buyer decision process, but don't worry. This is in your handout, same way, right? Same thing there in your handout. Okay, need recognition. This is the buying process. Usually a customer go through this process. First, I'll explain you some product. We'll take a straight away. You take an example for account opening. You want to open an account. Say, imagine you are just joined the bank. You are just joined the bank. Right? You want to open an account. Now some banks say you need to open an account with my bank. Forget about that. There's no restriction on that. Right? So what is your need recognition? Need recognition is you want to open a branch, a bank. Identify your need. So I need this, you want to open a savings account. Or so for example, or maybe current account, whatever. That is your need. You identify the need. I need to open a savings account or current account. Okay. Then we have around 30 odd branches, no? Banks, no? Now you're going to click which bank I am going to open an account. You click information about all the bank savings accounts, all the bank's current account. You list down this bank give this bank give this bank give this. Information search. Then what are you going to do? Evaluations of alternatives. Then you are going to look at it. Now you are going to evaluate which one the best out of all. Then you find it out as far as you're concerned, what is good for you, you take a decision, oh, I'm going to open this stuff. And also not only that, I'm also going to look at it, the post-purchase. What is the services they gave me, whether you are still happy or not. Post-purchase behavior also you're going to look at it. Are they going to give me a good services? Account open කරලා පස්සේ මාව අමතක වෙයිද? හරියට ටිකක් බැද්දක් පස්සේ මෙයා මට සලකයිද? Post-purchase behavior. This is the usual consumer is going through. Right. Now, you may say, what, අපිට මොකටද මේක දැනගෙන? No. As a marketer, why it is important? I tell you on why. So, සමහරලාට හිතර ගත්තේ නැත්තම්, if you not identify your need, for example, you not identify the importance of insurance cover, life insurance cover, you are not identifying. Okay, let's take, I'll take a classic example. Now, these people are talking now. I read an article why Americans are not vaccinated. Right? Good example. Vaccination. Now we'll take that example, will you? Need recognition. Now, you need to identify importance of vaccination. If not, somebody must tell. That is the marketer comes. You must tell. You can protect all these problems of having vaccinated. So these are the problems you're going to face because of you are not vaccinated. You get corona. You know what is after effect. Blah 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 blah. Then you identify the need. You identify the need, right? Then information search. In here we don't have an option, right? Right. We don't have option. But if you really look at it, we have a what? Sinopharm, Sinopharm, Madora, or likewise, Pfizer, then AstraZeneca, or whatever. Now you have options. But for us, in this case, there is no option, right? So you have to put whatever the available thing. But suppose it is available in the market, maybe in another 3-4 years, it must be available. I make about them production value now, then the demand is more than supply. It is Gahana we get it. Have injection market saturate. Marketing only the order injections. Now you evaluate the alternatives. Make right? Khode ka wakhat. Make a ගැහුවොත් මොකද්ද side effect එක මේක ගැහුවොත් මොනවද? සමහර වෙලාවකට ඉස්සරහට ඕක කරන්නේ විරිවි. මේක ගැහුවොත් තමයි රට යන්න පුළුවන්. මේක ගැහුවොත් ටික කාලයයි. මේක ගැහුවොත් එහෙම I variant work or to then like that. Then you make the purchase decision. Now, what is Bill telling today is American president? Tag got the no get අපිට දෙරණ හොඳයිනේ. Right? අවනේ මේ පාර ප්‍රසිඩන්ට් ඇමරිකාගේ ඉජෙට් කරගන්න හැටි තෑග්ගක් දෙනවා නේ ඩොලර් ගාණක් account එකට දාන්න. Something like that. Right? Post purchase making in a කචල් මොනවද ඉස්සරහට. Right. So based on that, you think the importance of consumer buying decision. Now, how marketers can get into the field here? Create awareness about the product. ගිනුමත් තිබීමේ වැදගත්කම්. That customer එහෙම ආපු ගමන් customer collect information. So you are in a position to provide information. That is why we put advertisement. That is why we have a website. That is why we have a internet or social media. Support customer to take decision. Right? Okay, then we must fortify with evaluations of alternatives. The සමහර ඇඩ්ඩක්කම තියෙනවා වෙනවා නේද? අපේ මේකෙන් මැද්දම මෙහෙමයි, රීල්ස් වලින් මැද්දම මෙහෙමයි. They show the benefits of the product. That is evaluation alternative facilitate. Your commercial will facilitate for evaluation your alternatives. Then you make a decision. For that also, they will give some incentives. Customers give incentives. And post-purchase behavior, they call you sometimes. Are you happy with the bank services? Right? Okay, this is the consumer buying decision process. I hope you understood with a short one. Okay, Pudha, clear now? Right? I'm going to finish marketing now. Okay, clear? Hansini, right?
Yes, sir.
Shan, okay. Malmi,
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Clear.
Right. Now we are going to close the marketing chapter. Are you happy with the marketing? Can ask any question? Okay. Can you ask Sean? Can you ask any question, Sean? Huh? Harida? Clear this? No problem. Right? Harida, Malmi, okay? Right. So now we are moving to the another chapter. All right. From today, again, it's very interesting. So don't worry. So you may come across with commercial banking also. Very support for you that. Right. Okay. So today, remember August 1st, we are going to start type of clients. Tweet number 1, there are 3 types, right? So we are going to learn savers, investors, borrowers, and payment service provider of clients category. 3-4 type of categories we are going to discuss. Now we have 5 areas, Putta. We have just completed financial product marketing. Now we are going to cover types of financial clients. Okay, right. So under that, what we are going to discuss: depositors, as I explained to you, borrowers, investors, and payment service clients. Their risk appetite, their behavior about the certain products and services. Why they buy this product? Right? For that, we need to understand the qualities or characteristics of a particular product. What we are going to discuss. Okay. Now, I think this one I have already given to you the previous lecture notes, the very first day. Right? So, you know, the banks are providing numerous important financial services for their clients. Right? From deposits to investing products, services, fee-based services, you know, a lot of supportive role played by banks towards the customers. Right? And you know, some of you maybe learn law. Right? Now, The moment you open an account, with a customer, it's become a contractual obligation. Right? Law is going to ගිණුමක් ආරම්භ කරපු ගමන් ගිණුමක් ආරම්භ කරන්න හිතුවනවා නම් ඒක show කරලා තියෙනවා නම් a bank has a contractual obligations towards the clients. It's become a legal document. Right? You need to learn that. Right? So therefore the deposit mobilization is one of the crucial functions of financial institution to satisfy one of the requirements of banking services. Why we need deposits? Deposits are the capital to the bank. This money the bank is returned you as loans. So deposit mobilization is play an important role because the lending and investing you can do based on your deposits. So therefore, deposits play an important role in your organization. Right. Let me explain. Who is a customer? Remember, customer is a person. Who has some sort of account. A person who's having an account, whether it is a deposits or a current account, whatever, or some relationships with the bank. The people who may learn about law, you know the relationship. What type? We are also going to touch later on, right? What is the relationship with the customers you can have it? Okay, debtor, creditor, debtor, principal agent, mortgager, mortgagee, bailer, bailee, lessor, lessee. My goodness. All type of relationship bank can enter with the customer. Right? And company offers, that means the bank offer these type of services. The moment the customer accepted, so he is become a customer. So therefore, customer of a bank is a person. It's a person, right? You cannot be a fictitious person. It's a person who has some sort of account, either deposits or current account or some relationship. එතකොට කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න බැංකුවක තියෙන්න ඕනේ ප්‍රධාන කරුණු තුන මොකක්ද? He must have an account, either deposit or current account, or some sort of a relationship, like I explained to you. With the banker, he is a customer of your bank. Clear now? Right, now you know who is your customer. Why I told you this? And there is a question in 2019 March. How do you identify a customer in a bank? Answer is here. Okay? Clear? Right? So that is a law support you, right? FTRS. ඒක ඕනේ අපේ law කරනවා නම් මේක දාන්න ඕනේ. Law කරනවා නම් you have to identify there are financial transaction report year 6 of 2006 legally define who is a customer. Bill of exchange 1927 section 82 mention who is 82, and there are maybe a case laws. Great Western Railway Limited versus London County Manual, but don't worry about financial class customer students, right? So law students, you need to show how legally he become a customer of a bank. But for a financial class management student can say, who is a customer of a bank? Some sort of account, either deposit or current, or some sort of a relationship. That's all. Simple as that. Okay? Right. This is with this small thing. As I explained to you, the moment you have a open an account, it's become a contractual obligation, right? A copy. Now let's look at it. Who are depositors? Who are depositors? Right? Who are depositors? Depositors are defined as funds placed in a financial institution by economic surplus units such as household, companies, societies, and clubs and government. So these are the people who can deposit or money with the financial institution. So usually they keep their surpluses, right? Okay, right. Now, individuals such as households and the general public deposits represents customers' savings or their financial assets, right? People who deposit the money is called depositors. Then, by depositing the money in a bank, what customers are expecting? Safeguard their savings. They're expecting utilize them for productive investment and return them a reasonable interest for them. And also he is expecting the most important thing, he needs the money he has invested again once he requested and also with some reasonable interest gain. But remember, according to law, customers are not look at it how their bank deposits are invested. That is a bank duty. But in Islamic banking, you have to tell the customers, so what are the areas you are going to deposit. But as per the normal banking practices, we are not, as a depositor, I'm not going to ask from you. It is a bank duty. But what I am expecting, I need the money back as when I requested with some reasonable return. That's a deposit expecting from a bank. Right? With some interest. It. Okay. So, important. Why depositors are important to us? I have to be depositors la. And me deposit customers la. අපිට ඇයි හරි වැදගත් වෙන්නේ බැංකුවකට හරි financial institution. One, main component of the sources of fund, right? Depositors are forms the main component of a sources of funds. Sources of funds, right? Okay, first point, component of a sources of fund. Right. Second, and also why the important is a full liability, right? Depositors are principal liability of banks. Principal liability or principal ko PL are the PL, principal liability of bank. Now, one thing you need to remember, a customer come to the bank, right? I will ask that one. Very, very interesting question, right? Now, Sean, you come to the bank and deposit. So you are in the counter. Sean, you are in the counter. So customer come to a bank and put 1 million deposits for 1 year period. 1 year period. At the rate of, say, 10%. Now is 6%, but you put 10%, for example. Right? Say, I'll come to your bank. Sean, your bank. I hope you're working, right? So I will deposit 1 million rupees in your bank for 1 year deposit at the rate of 10%. Okay, you happily take the money. Then 1 week time, I'll come back again to you, Sean, and asking the 1 million rupee which I deposited with your bank. I'll ask you, Sean, are you giving or not? Sean, මොකද කියන්නේ මට සල්ලි දෙනවද නැද්ද?
I have to give.
Huh?
I have to give.
I can't hear Sean. I'll ask one small question. Yes or no?
Yes, because customers' money. It's
Ah, you are giving?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have opened for 1 year, Oputa.
Yeah.
But it is irrespective of the my contract. That is why called principal liability. Illu with a give you to it. Sometimes you may not pay the interest as agreed by the bank, maybe 10%. It may give you a normal savings rate. That depends on your bank. Right? But you cannot refuse, even though it is a 1 year. Right? So that is why it's become principal liability of the bank. That is the bank face. How you call that problem? How you call in banking word? Anybody knows how you call that issue? What is the problem? We have a liquidity issue. Why? Is maturity mismatching. We're going to learn a little later on that, right? Maturity mismatching, because why? We are getting the short-term funds and giving long-term loans. But when the customer comes, now you can't ask from the loan customer. හරිද? දැන් හිතන්නකෝ දැන් මගේ 1 million එක ෂාන් අපි දෙනවා මේ හන්සිනිට ලෝන් එකක් කියලා. මැච් කරලා දෙනවා. දැන් මොකද කරන්නේ? දැන් මම ඇවිල්ලා ඉල්ලනකොට ෂාන් ගිහලා හන්සිනි ගාවට ගිහලා හන්සිනි හරි වැඩේනේ අර ජගත් සර් ඇවිල්ලා 1 million දාලා සල්ලි ඉල්ලනවනේ. අර ඔයා දීපු ලක්ෂ 1 million එක ණයට ගත්ත එක දෙනවද? No. That's of course you can't. Because you are entering into certain contract period. You can ask on demand, but you can do something I will tell you later on. So that is the problem faced by the bank. That is what you call maturity mismatching problem. Okay, so we will discuss. I think you are going to learn all this later on in your commercial as well as survey. But remember that also. So therefore, depositors play an important role because of why? Because of this liability issue, right? Liability issue. So depositors are therefore principal liability of banks, right? And third point, if the deposits are money, deposit the money, what are you having in your counter, in your bank branch or bank? If you deposit money, සල්ලි දානවා මොනවද තියෙන්නේ online? අපි කියන්නේ මගේ purse එකත් ඕන වෙලාවක rich. මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? I am very liquid. Why? සල්ලි දිනන ඕන වෙලාවක මගා. So deposits are a liquidity component. Deposits are liquidity components. සල්ලි දිනනවා කියන්නේ ඕන දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒ වෙලාවේ. Don't take away. Right. Third point, deposit as a liquidity component. Right? Okay. Next one, pay as they request. Pay as they request. Right. Okay. Right. These are some of the why you need to deposit the why deposits are important to the bank. Important is major sources of fund. Next one. Okay, what are the main functions of deposits in the economy? I mean, depositors are the economy. ආර්ථිකයට වැදගත් වෙයි. We are talking about what? If you don't have enough national domestic savings, or what happened? we need to borrow from other parties, right? So people who deposit the money is contributing to G domestic national savings. So it's a capital formation, one way. Other one, main determinants of money supply. Deposits are main determinants of money supply. Money supply. Money is an important factor of production. Economy has taken it the factor of production. And money deposits in the economy, what creation? Rupiah dahan dapat මොකද වෙන්නේ? How you call that concept? Multiply, how you call? Credit? Credit? I think you must be learn survey during this one. Now money, yeah, I think you may have supposed to start with Dr. Anil. What is the credit? The creation. Credit creation. So money creations, deposits. Right. Right. So some of these economic function, and it's supposed to national economic capital growth. Right. Some of the functions. So therefore, remember, customers are very important. Deposit customers are very important for your bank as well as your economy. If the examiner asks you a question, how depositors play an important role in the economy as well as your bank, that's the answer. Clear? Right. Okay? මොනහරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැත්නම් okay කියන්න හරිද තියෙනවා නම් don't be shy. I'll be here to answer any questions. Right? That was sort out කරගෙන yeah. Okay. So now we are moving to now customers we discussing are deposit the money. What are the instruments available? One is deposits products. There are many instruments available to customers, but here we are talking the deposits. Now we are going to discuss type of deposits. Very interesting. I think some of you may be aware, but I want to explain you how to answer questions. Type of deposits. Right? Deposits are products, services offered by banks, all the segments of their customer base. Right? So deposits are basically sum of money placed with the financial institution for a credit to a customer's account. That's the deposits, right? Simple, right? So what are the three main type of deposits? Demand deposits, saving deposits, fixed deposits. Right? Now what are you going to look at it? Now we are going to look at it. What are these deposits characteristics? We look at it in a different angle. Right? Okay, first we'll take one by one. What are the characteristics of a demand deposits? Simple. What? Do not earn interest. Sometimes we call check account or current account or whatever, right? Okay. Do not earn interest. Some other countries they are giving, but in Sri Lanka, no. So what is this deposit is using? Mainly used for the transaction purposes. So therefore, payments can be made through checks. If you have money, you can withdraw on demand by check or through ATM machines. Right? Demand deposit, you don't have a passbook per se, but you need to write a check and you can withdraw and you make use of your ATM machines. Only licensed commercial banks are permitted to operate. And that is why licensed commercial banks are different from finance companies and specialized banks. Main categorical difference. And you can get overdraft facilities. And also you need some introduction to open. Somebody has to introduce you to open. So these are some of the characteristics of a demand deposit. Clear? I think some of you may know all these things. Okay, next. The customers who maintain current accounts in your bank, we call demand depositors. Right? Now, our problem is identify clientele. Those are the people who maintain current accounts in your bank, we call demand depositors. So therefore, banks provide a number of services to demand depositors. What are the offers banks are made? Check facilities. What else? Standing order facilities. ATM cards and debit cards to facilitate withdrawal and payments. Short-term loan facilities as form of overdraft. Okay. So these are the facilities. What else? There's no restriction on the number and the amount of withdrawal and deposits. What else? Withdrawals are permitted by check in favor of self as well as other parties. Non-interest bearing deposits. Various overdraft facilities are permitted. Usually lowest cost sources of fund to bank. Why? අපි හරි ආසයි current account customers ලට ඇයි අපි ආදරේ ඒගොල්ලන්ට? Why we very much love them? Because current account කියන්නේ current account holders ලා කියන්නේ බැංකුව ගන්න කට්ටිය පමණයි. කොච්චර දේවල් දෙනවද? චෙක් පුතක් දුන්නොත් charge එකක් ගන්නවා. හරිද? තැම්පතු වලට පොලියක් 7-5ක් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඕඩි දීලා ණය සල්ලි ගන්නවා පො. හරි ආදරේ බැංකුව මේ කට්ටියට. Current accountants. Right? So good customers of banks, right? Okay? Usually form a stable deposit base for a bank. අපි මේගොල්ලන්ට කියනවා අර කෙටිනවක් කියන කවුරු කියලාද? සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මේ customers ලට අපි හරි ආදරේ. Okay. Now I will tell you how the examiner asks questions on this. Right. Write down this small question. Write down this question. Right? Simple question. What are the benefits? What are the benefits and the risk? What are the benefits and risk of opening a current account? By opening a current account to the customers as well as banks. Right? What are the benefits and risks of by opening a current account for customers as well as banks? Clear? Right. Now we'll take like this. Can you see the board if I write something? Can you see? Can, no? Right. Remember this format, right? First, benefits customers bank. Next, I will just give you a simple one. Risk to the customers bank. Right. Okay. With this proof pattern, now you learn what are the characteristics and all. Can you answer to this? What are the first we'll take? What are the benefits to the customers? Can anybody tell me what are the benefits to the customers? Can anybody tell me? Huh? අපි මේක පොඩ්ඩක් නා අනිත්‍යවත් මේ වගේ තමයි. Tell me what are the benefits to the customers?
Can obtain ODs for
Correct.
working capital requirements.
Good. They can obtain overdraft facilities, short-term financial requirements. Good. Very good. What else? Customers, right? What else? What are the other benefits? එකයිද?
Can easily apply for a loan through turnovers statement.
ඒක චුට්ටක් කචල්ලේ නේද? අපි ඊට වඩා හොඳ එකක් බලමු වරදක් නෑ but ටිකක් ඊට සිම්පල් එකක් බලන්න. So now you can do transaction without carrying the physical money. You can do the transaction by use of what? Checks. Are they? Right? Deal with checks for payment purposes. Are they Buddha? Clear. Dekha. Tawai ka kya? What is? Hari. Okay, let's look at. Now look at it. What is the benefits to the bank? Ekakya? Simple. What are the benefits to the bank? One, most important thing is,
Not paying off interest.
yeah, low cost funds. Right? Low cost funds. Okay, what else?
High return interest.
Yeah, for
OD
a
interest.
slightly higher interest rate for overdraft facility. Right. Tawai kakya? Okay, that is from the interest point of view. No? What are other benefits you can get it? How you improve your fee-based income? කොහොමද fee-based එක වැඩි කරගන්නේ? Now, issuing a checkbook, you're going to charge, no?
Commission.
Correct? So those are fee-based income. Through issuing a checkbook, you are increasing your fee-based income. You are increasing your interest income from charging usually higher OD interest. Clear the Buddha? Right. Now, I just why I gave this for you to food for thought, right? Okay. Now let's take the risk to the customer. What is the risk to the customer? Remember, what is the risk to the customer? Usually, no interest. Right here, risk usually higher interest charge for your OD. And for OD, payable on what?
Demand.
Payable on
Payable on demand.
demand. So customer has to pay if the bank asks. අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඉගෙන ගත්තනේ ඩිපොසිට් එක කස්ටමර්ට ගෙවන්න ඕනේ බැංකුව. ඒ වගේම තමයි අනිත් ලෝන් වගේ නෙමෙයි paid the OD is payable on demand. කස්ටමර් ගෙවන්න ඕනේ කිව්වොත්. Right? Okay. What else? No nomination facility. That will again I will explain. No nomination facility. What is the risk to the bank?
Credit risk.
Credit risk, default rate. Okay, good. Very good. Now, right. Now you understood the concept. Now, examine us on this way. What is the benefits to the customer? What are the risks to the... Now, in future products also, whatever the products come, right, we are going to address this issue like this. You look at it first. What are the product characteristics? Second, okay, first we look at who are the target market. That means who is going to buy this product? What is the product features or characteristics? Third, what is the benefits to the products, to the customer as well as banks? Both, the benefits both. Next, risk to the customer and a bank. If you further go, what is the marketing strategy you're going to use to market this product? From now onwards, if you know all these 5 points, you can answer any question. What is that? Target market. What are the product features and characteristics? Benefits, risk, marketing strategy. That's all. දැන් අපි බලාගෙන යමු. දැන් තාම අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න එක product එකයි. What is that? Current account. Okay, so we are trying to apply all these products for our savings deposits, loan deposits, investment deposits, investment products. All we are trying to apply that, right? Then make it a methodology. Clear? Right. Now we move into, now having understood clearly, now we are moving to the next set of product. What is that? Oh, look at this question before I move into the next. This is your 2019 September. 5 marks. Can you answer to this? Clients of a financial institution consist of different types. The characteristics and responsibilities of such clients and products vary from each other. Briefly explain the following based on the products and services currently available in the banking institution. 4 main features of a current account. Can you write? Right. What are the things? What are the features of a current account? No interest bearing, no nomination, can obtain loans. Right. What else? Huh? Can withdraw the money through using checkbooks or ATM machine, can do operation through the checkbook. Oh,
Can give post-dated checks.
Clear? Can take OD facilities if they need.
Post-dated checks.
You need some introduction to open. Yeah? Right? Someone to introduce you to open a current account.
Factoring facility.
Huh?
Factoring.
I didn't hear you.
Factoring facility.
Right. එච්චර සිරාය පාඩේ සිම්පල් ඒවා ටිකක් දාමු. හරි නේද? Okay පුතා. ඇතිනේ පහක්. 4 main features නේ. 5 marks. So easy no? විභාගේ පාස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේද? Right. Okay. Now we move into savings deposits. Right? Saving deposits. Now earn interest calculated on daily, weekly, monthly or annual basis. You will credit it depend on the bank. Right? Usually the financial institutions today issue passbooks or e-statement detailing transaction to savings deposit holders. Funds may be withdrawn from savings account at any time through ATM or debit cards. Can give loans against savings balance. Risk to the bank, need to have enough liquidity. Right? The current account අරන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ඕන්ලයින් සල්ලි ඉල්ලන්න පුළුවන්. නේද? So these are some of the features. හරිනේ? Okay. එතකොට The customers, as I told you earlier, the customers who maintain a savings account are called as saving depositors. Simple as that. So therefore, bank provide number of services to saving depositors. ATM cards, debit cards to facilitate withdrawal and payments, standing order facilitation, nomination facilities, loan facilities against the saving balance. Right. Okay. Okay. Can you answer to this question? What is the answer for this? Bankers must know, no? Ah,
200,000.
How much?
200,000.
200,000. When you look at the bank deposit slip, it is there. All right. If you, that means you can't deposit or not. A customer පුළුවන්ද බැයිද 200,000 වලට වැඩිය මට ඔයාට සල්ලි දාන්නම බැයිද third party
We can deposit.
and but you have to
Mention
disclose
the-
your all the
Mention the
personal
purpose and all.
information. That doesn't mean 200,000 without disclosing. Right? You can deposit, but not all, good or a lot money, but certain money. So you have to. Otherwise, okay, the method already salary dana. You are the what type of customer? Then mama illa hinna goda salary dana. Oyata. So you have to be vigilant, no? Who I am then? What type of customer I am then? How you call me? දැන් මට පුළුවන්නේ ලක්ෂ දෙකක් දානවා කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ලක්ෂ පහක් දානවා මගේ නම දාලා. හරි. මම මිලියන 5ක් විතර දානවා මේ account එකට. අපි හිතමු වෙන ඔයාගේ account එකට දානවා. මම කවුද බැංකුවට? මොන වගේ customer කෙනෙක්ද මම?
Third suspicious.
Huh?
Suspicious.
I didn't get at you, Buddha. What is it?
Third party customer.
Yeah, third party තමයි. මම කවුද එතකොට බැංකුව පැත්තේ බැංකුව මාදියා බලන්නේ කොයි විදියටද?
Suspicious customer.
Suspicious customer. Very good. Very good. You have to look at me suspicious. Now, පොඩි ගානක් දැම්ම suspicious තමයි. ඔයා හිතනවා මම මේ සල්ලි ගේන හොරෙන් කියලා. I am a suspicious customer. But if you deposit more, so you always got මොකද මූ දාන්නේ මෙච්චර? මොකටද දාන්නේ? He be involved in something. Right? Then you have to look at me as a suspicious customer. Okay, we will discuss all these suspicious transactions, suspicious amount, and the customer protection, right? So for the time being, I'll just explain to you. Okay. Right. Okay, let me first discuss about the debit card now. Right? You must be knowing the debit card. Debit cards are issued by banks to their account holders to facilitate limited banking transactions and payments through bank accounts, right? So you know what is debit cards? Our debit cards are they're offering customers to do a limited banking transaction, right? So for that, it can be used with personal identification, usually we call PIN number, to withdraw the cash from the customer's bank account at ATMs and can be used to purchase goods and services from any participating merchants, and also can use it on online. Any payments to transfer the money from one account to another account, payment your utility bills, whatever you can make use of it, your debit card, right? So I since I'm going a little faster, since you know all these things, right? For purchases made, the card is read and purchase amount is immediately deducted from your customer's bank account. That's of course you understand, right? So what happened? Otherwise, you sometimes you get SMSs saying that you were deducted so much of money. So the customer can spend only the amount in his her account, right? There is no any credit limit. Now, can be used to certain transactions at ATM, such as checking the account balances, right? Transfer money or whatever. You can make use of this debit card for various purposes, right? Clear? In debit cards, details may be captured by fraudsters either through skimming or via intercepted online transactions. So therefore, there is a danger elements when you're using your debit cards. It can be some hacking facility or maybe some technological issues can be taken place. And it may be lost or stolen cards may wipe out the entire money in your account. Right? Somebody has stolen your debit card, that's the end of your account. So for that, then you need to inform your bank immediately, stop any transaction, right? And bank could obtain additional fee by issuing debit card as a issuing payment for checking. Some banks may give free of charge, but some people may have to charge for issuing a debit card. And there may be some interest coming for you from fees coming for transaction from the people. Okay, so these are the some of the facilities are offered by the debit cards. Okay, clear? Understood? Right. Now can you answer to this question? It is not my question, in fact. It is a commercial banking question. List out 2 benefits of a debit card. You can do limited transaction from using of a debit card, and also you can make use of to purchase certain items from certain merchants, right? That's true enough. Okay, so these are the, you don't want to carry cash, you can withdraw the money, whatever, using a debit card, right? Okay. Now, what are the, if you really look at it, what are the benefits and risks to both bank and customer? Okay, right? Okay. Okay, then you have to write, what are the issues with debit cards? Can you write what are the issues with debit cards? We learned what are the issues you are facing as a customer when you're used with debit cards. One, any guesses?
Can
Issues with
withdraw, can withdraw a certain amount of money?
money.
Loss or theft of the card.
Okay. What happens sometimes? What are the issues with debit cards?
Loss
One,
or theft.
network failures. Network failures. Next, debit card network fail. So you can't withdraw the money. So the issue is network failures. Right? Issues, right? We know I can't risk risk. Then different rates to customers for withdrawing money at different switches. Now say that means if you're going for your own bank, they may charge you 5 rupees or 10 rupees. If you are going for withdraw the money for any other switches, what is the amount they charge? Say now you have a Sampath account, a debit card with you. You want to withdraw some money. If you go to the Sampath ATM machine, so you want charge only a certain 5 rupees, for example. If you go to another bank ATM, can you withdraw money?
Yes.
Yes. Then what is the amount you have to pay?
30.
30. Good. If you go to the places like MasterCard, Visa logo places, how you call that earlier methodology? Common switch, how you call? මොන ලෝගෝ එක තියෙන තැන් වලින්ද ගන්න පුළුවන් 30 rupees වලට
Lanka Pay.
Lanka Pay. Very good. Right. අරගොල්ලෝ අනිත් අය නා. How much you have to pay? You have to pay 50 rupees for that if you use from ATM other than those people. Right. So therefore, different rate to customers for withdrawing money in different switches. Your own bank, X amount, other banks, 30 rupees. Right, good. So, what are the other issues? As I told you, there may be a hacking and some technology issues. Right? So, these are some of the issues can take place. Clear? What are the benefits of debit card? Hari, දැන් අපි පොඩ්ඩකට අර මේ concept එක දාන්නකො debit card එකට. Okay, can you put this one for your debit card? What are the benefits to customers? What are the benefits to the bank? What are the risks to the customer? What are the risks to the bank? Understood? Clear? Right? Try to do it, right? So, see, then you will be very thorough. It is benefited for my subject as well as your commercial banking subject. Okay? Right. And then we're going for the last type of deposits. It's called term deposits or fixed deposits, or sometimes we call time deposits. So what are the characteristics of these deposits? Fund placed at financial institution for a specified period. That period may be usually 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. That's a normal period, different time period. Earn a higher rate of interest than the saving deposits. Right? Usually you have to pay little higher interest. Now, of course, slight difference, but can be short term, medium, long. Funds can only be withdrawn before the maturity date with prior notice, and penalty may be imposed. Otherwise, penalty. Penalty means you are not giving the agreed amount. Right? Fixed time deposit holder has a facility to borrow funds from the financial institution using the deposits as collateral. And this loan product is very much risk-free loan to the customer, to the bank, loan against deposits. Right? Risk to the bank, maturity mismatch. Why? Less administrative cost. There is a nomination facility and guaranteed interest rate for the agreed period. Now, savings, say vary. Now, අපි දු අද 105ක තියෙන saving rate එක හෙට 103 ගන්න පුළුවන් බැංකුවට. But once you agree, term interest rate cannot change unless otherwise you may go for fluctuation rates. Right? Usually it's a fixed rate. දැන් අද 108ට open කළා නම් FD එකක් ඒ අවුරුද්ද ඉවර වෙනකන් ඒ 8ම තමයි. අඩු කරන්න බෑ. But savings can vary. That's an advantage for a term deposits. Right? Okay. So then 2018 September. List the main characteristics of a fixed deposit product issued by banks. Now 2019 the examiner asks you list the main characteristics of a current account. දැන් මේ පාර අහන්න පුළුවන් List the main characteristics of a savings account. Okay, now you know the answer. These are the type of question the examiner usually asks from you. Right. But banks are like to get more savings accounts as well as what? Customers as well as uh, what they like, savings accounts and current account
Current
because
account.
low cost funds. The customer වැඩිපුර දෙන්න ඕනේද? So therefore, as I explained to you, the customers who deposit the money, we call them as term depositors. So they are maintaining the deposits, term deposits account, we call term deposit customers. So what are the services offered to them? Loan facilities, again, deposit balances, nomination facilities, things like that. Okay. Right. Now this is not applicable. Okay. Can anybody give you answer for this? Before we move into now, we have learned three type of products. What may be the answer for this before I wind up today? This is 2015 question. හොඳට හිතලා මට හරි උත්තරේ කියන්න. Which one of the following is the best option to place your deposit for a short period of time with high interest margin? What's the answer? But if you really, you can eliminate two answers from here. What are the two answers you can eliminate? බය නැතුව මේකෙන් උත්තර දෙකක් කෙලින්ම අයින් කරලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. What are the two answers you can eliminate as an answer? හොඳට කල්පනා කරලා බලන්න. Now you know what is savings product. Now you know what is current account. You know what is term deposits.
Saving deposits.
Saving deposits. Right. Okay.
Call deposits.
Call deposit. I අර දෙක කියන්නේ නැත්තේ. BD. Okay. Before that, I will tell you, you can, good, what you are said is correct. B and D almost same. Why? Now B is just simply saying term deposits. We discussed fixed deposit can be called as what? As term deposits, as time deposits, as well as fixed deposits. Both are same. And B, they just say term deposits without mentioning the time. It can be term deposit 3 months. You don't know. Right? So therefore you can't take, if B is correct, D also correct. That they run it. Hey, both term deposit, fixed deposits කියන්නේ දෙකම එකයි. Term deposits වල කාලේ නැහැ. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ ඒ නිසා. ඒ නිසා ඒක අවුරුද්දක් වුණා නම් ඊට වැඩිය පොලිය හම්බෙනවා. හැබැයි short term හම්බෙන්නේ. There's a key here, short period. ඉතින් ඒක අපි ඉගෙනගෙන නැහැ. Usually, if the short period, higher interest gain may either savings or call deposits. Usually, call deposits are very short, usually 7 days to 8 days, right? Maximum of 14 days. So remember, bank students who are working in the bank, they know the answer for this. So the correct answer is call deposits. right? Call deposit is a type of a savings deposit. It's a short-term deposit. You usually get a higher interest rate. Clear now? Right? Right? Call deposits. A lot of banks are now not offering call deposits. Clear? Right. So with this small note, right, tomorrow or next Sunday, we are going to discuss other areas. What are the opening of a new account? Then we will discuss about the nominations, discuss in detail, and what is effective interest rate, and what are the type of main accounts, and what type of customers are going to open such accounts. Even though it's not comes under me, we will, the type of accounts, what are the documents want. It is a commercial bank activity, but I try to briefly touch on that. But very interesting one. We are going to discuss. I give you a case, 2 cases also in your answers question note. One NED case for about the nomination, and there's another case. Right. So with this, I will send you a tune number 2, where we are going to talk about investors, type of investors. What are the products available for an investor to invest? Treasury bill, treasury bond, commercial papers, stocks, debentures, bonds, all things we are going to discuss under investors. And also we are going to discuss about risk lover, risk averse customer, risk neutral, all things we are going to discuss next week and with this. Okay, right. So we'll stop today. Any questions, Futa? Any questions you want to ask from me before I finish today? Right? Some have given answers also. Right? I think. Any questions, Futa? Clear? Kalinga, okay? Achala? Right. Okay, so we stop now, and we will continue next Sunday.